Hello people, it's Kärtsy-TV here, and this time it's Opus 2nd, and the Opus 2nd is called aWay, my new solo album. This time we have planned to make it all in a different way than with the last album Duty Freedom, when I spent like 3.5 days in internet for non-stop. It was 24/7 trip. This time we brought all the equipment to this nice island, which is next to Suomenlinna, the old army castle area in the Helsinki Islands. Island is called Lonna, and it's an old army place which has been working as a kind of mine sweeping place. I don't know exactly because I'm not from the army and never will be, so I don't know exactly, but some kind of mine sweeping has taken place here before. So nowadays it's turned out into a nice cafe area and a restaurant area, and Kärtsy and his band decided to bring all the equipment here, and we're gonna play the whole album here. Yeah, I have a new solo album coming out called aWay, and maybe you want to hear something about that. Why is my second solo album called aWay? I have had a kind of principle when I started this solo part of me. It must be enough away from Valtteri doings and Valtteri style. We have still this kind of crossover ideology with me, with a full joy, still want to bring out to people, but with my solo stuff I would have liked to bring out a totally different kind of aspect of making music. I do songs only for me, for myself, not for the band, or even not, maybe not so much the public. This is much more personal in a way. And the title aWay in this case has lots of different meanings. If I compare this, for example, to my first solo album, Duty Freedom, which is about the first time I was a chance to do a solo album, it was the freedom was a kind of key word in the album, and the duty for getting yourself free and like challenging myself for a freedom of anything I'm in. And then the second album, aWay, the kind of key person in this album is like going away already. Like with deciding to step into freedom and leave the place, whatever it is. Anybody can have its own place, what he has to leave or she has to leave. So the music is kind of away from what these guys normally do and how they live and whatever. So in the first kind of level, if you think about the title aWay, I'm stepping away from my normal doings with Valtteri. I'm stepping into a more unknown field, to more something different what I'm used to hang around with, and musically mostly as well. Of course, I play with the different guys in this solo band than I used to do with Valtteri. On the other hand, the second point with my solo albums, if you think about the lyrics, is the Valtteri lyrics are kind of overwhelming the world, you know, like a very universal kind of texts with a kind of very wide range of how do you want to understand the lyrics with Valtteri. But with my solo lyrics, it goes more into person itself, individual person, just like to one person. Of course, because this time it is me, but I am also kind of trying to think about every person's inner basic feelings and emotions which are moving there in your everyday life. not only when you are having a role of something or you are working. But outside this, what is your inner life when you are out of your role, out of your work as something?
Yeah, and this time it was pretty easy to me to get into so kind of personal level, because in the time when I was composing the music, I was going through the second hell in my life called second divorce. And so I kind of turned into myself, trying to analyze my feelings, my emotions, and also in the same way try to think about any person's emotions, what he thinks, because you know, these relationship things, they are so common with everybody. So I think I have kind of managed to identify myself to somebody else who had a similar kind of feelings than I had when I wrote the songs. And through this second divorce project, I kind of got to know and got a kind of interest to penetrate more into the word called loneliness. And like with the first album, I was singing about freedom and longing for freedom. And then what happens to the person when he really gets free? And what kind of thoughts are coming into his or her mind, you know, after getting free? Is it loneliness? Is it a feeling of I made it, some kind of target which has been reached? Or what it means that somebody's away of something? And loneliness for sure is a one very common and normal feeling which comes to each other's minds, definitely after a big change in life. I personally don't feel myself lonely, but definitely these feelings occur to your mind in this big kind of changings.